Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to do a review for Syon Bolt VR. This is an Oculus exclusive. It's a VR Doom clone first-person shooter. It's running on the Unreal Engine, and I just have to say, a game has rarely looked this ugly on the Unreal Engine. This is one ugly game. But it's just not ugly. The gameplay is not very good. This game normally retails for $9.99. However, it goes on sale, and I actually pulled the trigger when it went down to $1.50. Little did I know that just a short time later, it'd go all the way down to $1. So is this game worth $1? Well, obviously that'll definitely vary depending on the person. If your time is valuable, I would say definitely not. But if you're bored and have nothing better to do and you really like Doom clones, then I guess for $1 you could do a lot worse than this. Maybe. But it's definitely not worth the normal retail price, and I just can't recommend this game. If I was on my normal 1 to 10 rating scale, I'd give this game a 3 out of 10. Yes, it's that bad. As you guys know, I don't rarely give something as low as 3, but for me, this game does deserve it. But since I'm on the Oculus Store, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars. As you know, on the Oculus Store, we're on the star system. So that's a little bit higher. That's like if I gave it a 4, but I just thought a 1 star was too low because it's not that horrible. That's why I don't like the star system. But anyways, why is this game so bad? Well, first of all, it's dark as hell, literally. This game is more a test of your eyesight in the dark than anything else, and it just gets worse. You actually do have a flashlight on your shotgun, so you're almost required to carry the shotgun. A lot of the weapons have an alternate fire, not all of them, but more of them have alternate fire than do not. And you have several weapons, and as you keep going further in the levels, you get newer weapons you can play with, and you have different ammos for each weapon. So one of the things about this game is you're constantly balancing which weapons to use, given how much ammo you have for that weapon. You try to switch out the weapons just because of the limited ammo. You kind of want to use your best weapons to have the most ammo, and you kind of want to switch them out when they get low on ammo and get some other weapons. You can run. Run and gun is basically the strategy for this game. You can also jump, and you can also crouch. And there are some platforming sections, and there are some sections where you have to crouch to get under some areas. But other than that, you're really not having to crouch or to jump for most sections. Although there are like some blue telepads that where you'll jump you from one point to another, but they rarely work as intended. There are some upgrades to make you jump higher, and I think once you do that, maybe it works better. The problem with this game is the problem with a lot of VR shooters is the AI for the enemies is not very good. So here the enemy AI is pretty bad, and they seem to just line up and go straight towards you. So if you can find a corner where they have to go up some stairs or go down some stairs, they'll usually line up one by one for you to easily shoot them all. However, if you're out in the open with a lot of open spaces and the enemies spawn from all different areas, then more than likely you're going to take a lot of damage, and you're going to have to like run and gun and hopefully kill some enemies, get some health pickups along the way, just keep running all around, and hopefully you have enough ammo with your weapon to take them down. Otherwise you'll probably die. But again, this game is more of an eye test than anything else. I had trouble seeing enemies. It was just way too dark. Enemy models don't look very good. Their animations are very stiff. Like I mentioned, the AI is terrible. The weapons don't feel good when you're shooting them. I mean, there is a nice variety of weapons, but it really feels like a very unpolished shooter that you'd find, you know, for like 50 cents on the Steam store. You know those really terrible FPS shooters on the Steam store that are flooding the market or that you would never play. This is basically that game, except it's in VR. There's really not much nice I can say about this game. I did not enjoy it at all. I guess it has a nice, decent amount of content for the price. And if you're really hard up for a Doom clone and don't mind some mindless arcade shooter action, this might be the game for you. But let me tell you, the gameplay is pretty bad, so lower your expectations. And if you like shooters where you run and gun, and it is a little bit challenging, so I will say that it is challenging, but maybe for the wrong reasons. Again, for me it was challenging just because it was I can't really see in the dark kind of issue, and that was really the challenge for me more than anything else. But you might enjoy, running from one spot to the other, seeing enemies spawn just out of nowhere. They just materialize out of thin air in different areas of the map, and you just basically go from one area of the map to the next, where the same process just repeats itself endlessly. There's a story here, but it was hard to tell what was going on. The voice acting was pretty bad. The sounds weren't very good. And like I mentioned, it really doesn't matter. You basically shoot anything that moves, and then all you do is maybe pull a lever here, shoot a machine that explodes here to open a door, and that's basically all you're doing, is opening one door so you can go through it, clear all the enemies, you open another area, go through that area, kill all the enemies. So it's just a rinse and repeat process. I can't recommend this game, but it is rather cheap on sale. Like I said, right now it's only $1. So whether it's worth it, it's really up to you, but I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars. I don't recommend it. And really, I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars just because it goes at the sale price of $1 right now. So for that, I'll give it 2 out of 5 stars. But at $10, it's way overpriced. There's no way I would pay full retail price for this game ever. And even the $1.50 I spent on it is probably too much. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer, Oculus Rift Reviews. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.